Bradley Jared here with Popcorn Talk and Dre Sawyer. Dre, tell me about your role in this movie, The Invisible Vegan.
I actually had the pleasure of offering some fitness tidbits to the lovely Jasmine Leva. So fitness is kind of my thing, my niche, and she's kind of introduced me to this vegan lifestyle. And so fitness, food, merge them together, and it brought us here.
So Dre, are you vegan right now?
I actually have been eating a vegan diet for a month now. Yes, and that basically I can attribute that to Jasmine.
Okay, well, so now in a month, what has happened for one, physically with your fitness, and then two, emotionally and everything else with this 1 month trial?
You know, I think emotionally I've just kind of been clearer. Jasmine had some really mind-blowing snippets in the film where I was like, Jazz, you got me till the rest of the year. So I committed to her at least through the rest of the year to take on this vegan diet. And I've just noticed I've been lighter. I've tried it before and it hasn't worked out so well. But this time I think it's kind of like mind over matter, you know, how sometimes you're like, oh, I could never do that. And then you just kind of spiritually go into a different place and you just kind of evolve into a different space. And I think that's where I am now. So
you see, I've been pescatarian since January.
Okay.
And so it does exactly what you're saying. It boils down to emotionally or mentally, I need to not want meat more than my taste buds want meat, right? Now, but what about when you're working out? Because I know you're into fitness, so
Yes.
You've had a month of vegan lifestyle. How's that affected your workouts?
I eat constantly.
That's fun.
I was already someone who just loved to eat, so I just find that I remember Jazz and I had a conversation and she was just kind of saying how naturally we were meant to kind of just graze and, you know, nibble. I'm from Texas, so we give you these ginormous portions
of steak usually.
Yes, you know, and so I think just disciplining my mind, my body, and then just kind of my body right now wants this. And I can tell that, you know, it's just kind of, I've just been at one with it and it's been working well, and physically I think I'm doing all right.
You're doing real good. See, you and everyone else are like poster people for going vegan. The skin's flawless, the body's fit, the smile, everything's good. And I mean, yeah, it's going well. So what are some of your recipes? Because I know it's not easy transitioning from big Texas-sized steaks to what are you eating?
You know, even though meat was always a part on our plates, I grew up just everything in moderation in a good portion. So there was meat, veggies, and so I already love vegetables. But I have found myself getting really creative. A lot of eggplant. Zucchini squash, and just a lot of quinoa. Okay, quinoa. And
it's a complete protein too.
Exactly. Yes. So I'm quite proud of myself. I take pictures of a lot of the food because you start surprising yourself because you're like, I'm hungry, but I don't want to eat the same thing because I do cook larger portions and I eat on it for about 3-4 days just because it's just easier. Because when you're in the streets, people are like, you know, you don't want no meat. And I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah, you gotta have that discipline. Yeah, even here in LA where it's easier.
Yes.
But what does your family and friends think? Because if they're in Texas, they think you're crazy, right?
Not crazy, but I haven't been home with them, so it's easy to tell them over the phone, oh, I'm doing this vegan thing right now. They're like, oh, okay, baby.
Yeah.
But I'm a little nervous I'll probably go home for Christmas if not before, so I'm a little nervous about the holidays. I'm sure I'll be at the table like a mad scientist, so I'm interested as to how the holidays are going to go. So, but so far so good.
Awesome to hear. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And where can people learn more about you and your projects coming up?
You can find me across the social media platforms at Dre Sawyer. Dre like the doctor, Sawyer like Tom.
All right, simple enough. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you so much.